Ah! I shouted, jumping and spinning in my bed as soon as the light from Harley's phone illuminated the wall. You just scared the absolute fuck out of me, she said, halfway standing on the nightstand. What's your problem? Were you texting, huh? I'm not, she answered, tucking her phone out of sight. Then what are you doing over there? I asked suspiciously. That's none of your business, she shouted back. Why do you even want to know, anyway? What are you up to? Send information to sketchy people or something whilst everyone's asleep? What did you just say? She asked, her tone changing. Well, I mean, are you? Why would you even ask that? She said, almost tearing up as her voice started to shake. So what were you doing then? I asked defensively. Well, if you must know, she said, pulling the phone back out. It's embarrassing, okay? She added, showing me the screen with an episode of My Little Pony ready to play. I am really? I asked, trying not to giggle. I'm glad you think it's funny, she whimpered, tuning and pulling the blanket overhead. Go to hell.
Oi! If it ain't about to get sweaty up there, then put a cork in it!
Dr. Jekyll's muffled voice came up through the floor. Still not talking to you, eh? Dr. Jekyll asked the next day as Harley strolled past without a word. Nah, I guess not, I answered, scratching my head. I spent the rest of the day wandering around the place by myself, trying to figure out a way to fix things after I let destiny get inside my head. I stood in front of the door to the castle for a while, contemplating going down there and giving her a piece of my mind, but figured that probably wasn't the best idea I ever had. Then my phone started to ring. Checking the screen, I saw Adeline on it for the first time in what seemed like forever. Hi. What's up? I fumbled.
You're acting weird, Jose. Say cupcake if you've been abducted.
Huh? Oh, no. I'm just kind of dealing with some drama right now.
Anyway, I've noticed that you haven't been active for a while.
Yeah, I'm just taking a breather right now. You got plenty of people picking up the slack. Gotta know when to work and when to rest, you know?
Okay, Jose. Just don't be too long. I can't be without my best rider now, can I?
She asked in a trademark sinister tone. I guess not, I said back, not entirely sure what she meant by it. Is that all, Adeline? I asked nervously, noticing Harley walking around the corner.
I suppose so. Enjoy your vacation, Jose,
she told me before hanging up. I'll try, I said quietly to myself, cramming my phone back into my pocket. Hey, hold on, I yelled, running to catch up with Harley. I'm really sorry about that whole thing. I think I let my paranoia get the better of me. Okay, she said before continuing on her way.
I think that went well.
Destiny's voice came from somewhere out of sight. Where the hell are you? I asked into the air.
Lurking in the shadows, obviously.
Yeah, obviously. So, I guess my next question is, why? I asked, still looking around, trying to find her. Why not? She answered with a giggle. You get that this is really creepy, right?
I like creepy.
Yeah, that seems about right. Who are you talking to? The Count's voice came from behind me. Oh shit, jeez, Mr. Count. I mean, nobody. I choked up. Are you well, my child? He asked, starting to look around the hall suspiciously. You seem uneasy, he added, checking around the corner.
Oh no, I think he's onto us.
Destiny's voice whispered in my ear as I felt something brush against my neck. I'm going for a ride, I yelled as a chill ran down my spine. What is going on with you? Rissa asked as I barreled down the road. I have feelings and I don't know how to deal with them, I shouted back at her. You're such a guy. Feelings am scary, dur. It's not that simple, and you know it. It was a fact, that simple. After riding until I couldn't feel my legs, or feelings, I managed to drag myself up the long driveway to the manor. You okay? One of the guards asked. You ever known anyone to try and date one of the Count's daughters? I asked in return. He bellowed. Did you hear what the boy just said? He asked another guard, pulling out his phone and scrolling through it. What are you doing? I asked him. Seeing if I still have the number of that no questions asked cleaning service. Once I managed to push my way past the howling guards, I went straight into my room where Harley was already in bed. After taking a few seconds to collect myself, I said, "So I'm going to take a shower. You want to watch a movie when I get out or something?" Letting a few seconds of silence pass, I added, "Okay, I get it. You're upset that I'd rather take a shower than spend as much time with you as possible," I said, crawling into bed, dripping in sweat.
Ew, gross, what's wrong with you? You're like a wet towel.
Feel my hot, stinky sweat of affection, I yelled, reaching to tickle her ribs. Don't do it. If you tickle me, I'm not responsible for what happens to you. Oh, scary, I mocked, tickling her ribs. I woke up halfway in the hallway, halfway in the room with a splitting headache. I think I'll take that shower now, I groaned, pulling myself up on the stair rails. I always forget about your super strength, I mumbled, stumbling towards the bathroom. I stood for a while under the hot water to think and let my muscles relax, wondering if the god was really serious about that cleanup company. And wondered if Destiny was really serious about what she said, or if she was just trying to get inside my head.
Oh, that writing looks like it's done wonders for your ass.
A voice spoke from behind me.
Good God, what the hell?
I screamed, wheeling around and covering my junk.
Destiny, holy shit, what are you?
I stopped, noticing half her body was in the shower with me, the rest hidden behind the tile wall.
Whoa, look at your eye. You got knocked the fuck out.
She giggled, looking at the purple shiner on my face.
I found him, girls. He's in the shower.
She called out, followed by two more women sticking their bodies through the wall.
Why are you all here right now?
I shrieked as two more sets of eyes were gazing on my naked body.
Oh yes, right. I wanted to introduce you to my sisters. This is my oldest sister, she said, pointing to the one with the red hair. Her name is Prophecy. And this is the middle sister, Fate, she said, pointing to the one on the other side with the jet black hair.
Pleasure to meet you. And this couldn't wait a few more minutes, I howled, interrupting the two sisters.
Oh, calm down. Half the statues of men in this house are naked, and by comparison, you're pretty impressive,
Destiny said, leaning her head to the side to get a better look as she poked me in the stomach.
Hey, hey, back off!
I shouted, almost slipping on the slick floor of the shower.
Someone's coming to the door,
Prophecy said, tilting her head back and sniffing the air.
A man, a large man carrying something bloody. His heartbeat is very calm,
Fate added, closing her eyes to listen.
But he's sad and angry,
Destiny concluded, staring off into the distance. It sounds like... A knock on the door cut me off, and I turned that direction.
There is someone calling for you at the front entrance, Jose.
Count's voice spoke from the other side. Oh, okay, I'll be right down. By the time I turned back, all three sisters were gone without a trace. Hey, hon, what do you got there? I asked, pointing at the dripping bag he held in front of his hand. Souvenir, he said plainly, reaching into the bag and pulling out.
Holy fuck, is that the Croc's damn head?
Harley yelled from behind me.
How did you...
There's no way in hell. She trailed off.
Okay,
I'm gonna go now, she added when she noticed hands scowling down at her. Once she got to the top of the stairs, I asked him, So, where's the rest of it?
Dirty work ink, being made into a jacket.
Oh, well, that's interesting, because those guys really seem to have it out for you not too long ago. How'd you convince them to do that?
I told them I could either pay them to do it, or make them do it. They chose the easier way.
He told me before he turned to leave. Hey, hon, how do you feel now? He stopped and thought for a few seconds before answering.
Like I'm just getting started. So that's Anlau? Destiny asked from behind me as I closed the door. Christ, woman, you make less noise than Rissa, I said, gasping for air. And yeah, that's him. They've been talking about how to get rid of this thing since they got here, she said, picking up the head and examining it. And he shows up not a scratch on him with its head in the bag. That's something. You're probably going to want to show this to them, she told me as she handed me the sticky severed head. Oh, gross. Ew. Which way? Lounge, she added, pointing down the hall before silently dropping through the floor. As I turned to go find the captain, someone slapped my ass. I wheeled around to see Destiny's hand sticking up through the floor, give me a thumbs up. Creep. Good God, boy, are you serious? The captain shouted as he took the head from me. This hardly seems possible. I was sure when you told me someone was hunting it, they'd end up a mutilated corpse in the woods somewhere, not this. This changes things for us quite a lot. You understand that, don't you? Not really, no, I answered, not having a clue what he was talking about. Well, never you mind, boy. Just know this is an outstanding development for us, he assured me, placing his silver hand on my shoulder. He was right. It is heavy. And what's more, he added, placing the head on a nearby table and grabbing my left arm, turning it so I could see the place where Julie's coin was. This means that the poor girl's death. You don't gotta say anything, sir. That I do understand, I said as my eyes started to water again. There, boy. Let it out. Perhaps go talk to Destiny some more. She's good with emotions. Wait, you mean you... I tried to say. I used to be first mate, and before that, bosun on a ship that carried gold and silver, all manner of precious cargo. You won't be getting anything past me, son, he said with a wink. And frankly, I like the idea of you two better than, well, he said, throwing a nasty look up towards my room where Harley would have been. Now off with you. I have conspiring to do. Jesus Christ, they weren't lying, it's really dead! I heard Dr. Jekyll shout from behind me once he got to the lounge. Why am I even standing here right now? I asked myself as I stared at the door to the underground castle. I shouldn't go to see her if I have a girlfriend. She's not my girlfriend, I thought out loud. What is the trouble, my child? Why do you stare at the door? The Count asked, passing by me on his way to the lounge. Oh, I think I dropped something when I was running for my life down there, I lied. Would you like me to accompany you? No, no thank you. It's not that scary now that I know they won't actually hurt me, I explained. Great. Now I have to go down there, I thought. In that case, take care. I must see what James is so excited about, he said before opening the door for me and continuing on his way. Oh, I'm so stupid, I groaned while walking back down the stairs. No argument there, Destiny's voice came chirping from behind me. But why in this particular case? Hey, so do you like me, or are you just messing with me? I asked bluntly. Well, you don't beat around the bush, do you? But, well, yes. Even with me and Harley and, well, whatever we are. How cute. You still think you two are a thing. I already told you. I don't know why or what for, but she's using you. I can hear her upstairs tapping away on her phone of hers right now. No. You're not going to make me paranoid again. She's probably writing a diary or something. She is a girl, after all. Ain't that supposed to be what they do? Keep journals? I'm going to pretend I didn't hear that, she said, sounding moderately agitated. Believe me or don't. But I know what she feels. And I know what she feels about you. And it's not what you feel about her. Or about me. Stupid, dumb, creepy vampire woman. What does she know anyway? I mumbled, stumping up the steps to my room. One of the other crewmen who had been staying there as well gave me a look of concern as I passed. Don't ask. For the love of God, don't ask, I said when I noticed him open his mouth to speak. Hey, more My Little Pony? I asked, opening the door to the room. Don't joke. I'm still mad at you.
Harley said, rolling over in bed to face the wall. You know, not for nothing, but not so long ago you tied my priceless vintage Pursuit track bike into a ball of metal nuts. She shifted in place a little. And that's after you literally threatened to paralyze me. So maybe scrape a little forgiveness out of the bottom of your heart for the guy who just has a tiny bit of justification for being slightly suspicious. Okay, he said softly, still facing the wall. Okay, okay? Or okay, so you'll leave me alone, okay? First one. If you say so. Anyway, move over, I'm going to sleep. I surrendered, sliding under the blanket. The next day I woke up just before noon, cranky as you might rightfully assume. After assuring the Count that I had found what I was looking for the night before, I sat at the kitchen counter, bored, until I decided I needed something to do, and started to press the active icon on my Cerber app. But before I could, the captain came strolling around the corner in an old tank top with a towel over his shoulder. I'd never seen him out of his regular long-sleeve attire before, but the man was cut like a diamond. "Oh, morning, boy," he said cheerfully when he noticed me. "Something wrong?" You look like a comic book character," I told him, pointing at his exposed arms. I mean, really, his muscles looked like bridge cables. It was kinda gross even. A hand was big, but a hug didn't seem possible. The fact that he was like 6'5" didn't help to make him any less imposing either. What now?" he asked, looking himself over, trying to find something out of the ordinary. "Your muscles are insane. How?" I asked in exasperation. "Ah, yes. Nearly 200 years of increasingly intense fitness and training regimen," he answered proudly. I made up my mind that I would never again be bested like I was that day at the lagoon. "I was just about to get started. Care to join me, my boy?" Against my better judgment, I accepted and followed him out to the backyard. Moments later, I found myself standing in front of a bunch of weights. This dumbbell says 200 pounds, I said, looking at the stamp on the side. "Where do you even get one that heavy?" "Custom made, just for me," he answered with another proud grin. "Do you got anything more in the mere mortal category?" "Over next to the fence," he indicated. Several hours later, I crawled back inside on the verge of death. I groaned when I noticed Rissa waiting for me, arms crossed, smirk plastered across her face. "You gonna make it?" she asked with a chuckle. I just watched that guy crush a pool ball with his regular hand. I can't believe I yelled at that man. Speaking of overpowered nightmares, is Harley around? I haven't seen her all day. She left just before you woke up. Oh, okay. I was thinking of going on a few runs before my near captain experience, but I don't think I can even get up the stairs now. Oh, would you like me to help you up the stairs? Destiny said from beside me. Maybe to the shower? I could wash your back for you. She added with a wink as I turned to face her. You know what? Yeah, sure. Wait, really? She asked, seemingly mildly confused. You serious? Yeah. I for real can't get my arms high enough to scratch my head, and I can't bend my knee far enough to get a foot over a step. I'm gonna need a hand. Problem? No. I just didn't think I'd get this far. Anyway, let's do this, she added excitedly before dragging me up the stairs by my wrist. Oh yeah, no. This is definitely the least creepy way to get me up the steps, I mumbled sarcastically under my breath. What a bloody hell? I heard Dr. Jekyll call up from the floor. What's all this then? Shower, Destiny says. Yeah, shower, I mimicked. Carry on then. He hummed, spinning around and going about his business. That guy creeps me out, I heard Destiny say above me as she started pulling again. You kept brushing against it on purpose, I shouted, trouncing out of the bathroom, Destiny close behind. I did not, she giggled. Don't pretend you didn't like it. That's not the point! I yelled, sticking a finger in her face, which she, in the cutest way possibly imaginable, promptly clamped between her teeth. What are you doing?
Biting your finger? She attempted to say, my finger still in her mouth. Hey, no! Bad vampire! Stop it! Down! Back to your castle! I scolded, swatting her with a pillow. The chowder of Christ compels you! Whoa, whatever. I trailed off, flopping down on the bed, my arms screaming in pain from the sudden burst of activity. You're so screwed. I heard Rissa laugh from the other side of the room. Even if Dracula doesn't do horrible things to you for canoodling with his daughter. Canoodling? Are you 8? Canoodling with his daughter? She spoke of my interruption. Harley's gonna tear your ass a new one. Like, remember the scene in that gory anime with the girl and the dog monster and legs in it? Please, please don't put that through my head again. I'm begging you. I pleaded, knowing where she was going with it. Fine, but even then, if you make Destiny mad by turning her down, then who knows what she might do? Rissa continued. You really think she'd go psycho on me like that? I asked, finally rolling my head over to face her. She's been creeping on you the whole time you've been here, dude. You know that. She's a total stalker. Just think about it and be more careful whatever you do. And then she vanished. Rissa, that didn't help at all. All you did was freak me out. Rissa! The next day, the captain decided to start training me. You need to learn to protect yourself, boy, was his excuse. Frankly, I think he was bored and enjoyed tormenting me as much as everyone else. And I do mean everyone else. Several minutes into it, and all 3 sisters were looking through the window in cheerleading outfits, jumping up and down, shouting mocking cheers at me. Don't mind them, boy. You need to learn to focus on what's essential and block out all harmful distractions. The captain instructed me before kicking me in the gut. Got it, I mumbled once I was out of vomit. How'd it go? Rissa asked once I was back inside. I'm gonna try and make some deliveries. Relax a little bit, I said as I grabbed my bike and hit the active beacon on the app. Okay, let's see what kind of bad idea this turns out to be. It didn't take long to get my first bing. Didn't even get out the door before the app was directing me to Burger King. I swear, all these different restaurants I mention in here, it's a wonder they aren't sponsoring me by now. Product placement with Jose. And speaking of, this installment of I Ride with Cerber is brought to you by Raid, Shadow Legend. No. Okay, yeah, no. Even I have some standards after all. Anyway, as I was on my way out, I heard someone shout from behind me. Hey, wait a second, I want to come too. It was Destiny, pushing what looked like a brand new bicycle out of a garage.
She had that shit to the house the other day. I'd say yes if I were you, kid.
One of the guards whispered in my ear as I passed by. You sure about that? I ride pretty fast on deliveries. It's gonna be pretty hard to keep up, I warned. I'm not that out of shape. I can keep up with a few errands. Oh my god, stop already, Jesus! She begged from about 200 yards behind me. I can't feel my legs anymore. Oh, my taint. You need me to get my cheerleading outfit on and give you some encouragement? I asked sarcastically as we came to a stop outside the last drop-off. Okay, maybe I deserve that, she said as she wheezed and coughed her way to a stop. I took the chance to smirk a little before informing her of the bad news. That we still had to ride all the way back. But the look on her face almost broke my heart. Almost. What? Are you serious? She cried. Well, I mean, yeah, that's how bicycles do. I chuckled, putting my empty food bag back on. You about ready to head back? Okay, hell no, I am not riding back, she said, grabbing my wrist as soon as I was on the bike. I puked an instant later standing in the man's front lawn. Sorry, I'm not as good at that as my dad, she apologized as I rolled around clutching my convulsing stomach. Yeah, you guys get to hear about me barfing twice in this one. Lucky you. As I squirmed around in the grass, I thought I saw something near the house out of the corner of my eye. Hey, did you see that? I asked Destiny, struggling to stand. Once I was up, I stumbled over to the bushes under one of the windows to look around. What are you doing? She asked as she followed behind. I didn't see anything, she added as I pulled a few limbs to the side. Hey, does the dirt under the window look weird to you? Like someone moved it around? I asked, pointing to the disturbed soil.
Why would someone just move dirt around like that? It's not dug up or anything, I said, looking up at Destiny. Maybe it was an animal or something. Then, why wouldn't it have left prints or something? You're probably overthinking it.